Yo, what's good, basketball heads? It's your boy Crush. So Shaq thinks that the Magic should retire Penny Hardaway and Tracy McGrady's jersey before Dwight Howard's. That sounds crazy. Penny Hardaway, he was a beast. Tracy McGrady, he was a beast. But let's be real, man. Dwight Howard took the Magics to the finals. Yes, Penny Hardaway and Shaq went to the finals also, but we're talking about Dwight Howard by himself. One-man army. Prime Dwight Howard was a beast. I know he doesn't get the respect of others, his peers. Weirdly enough, oddly enough, Dwight Howard don't get the same respect as other players in his class, as much as this man has done. But I would disagree with Shaq. I would disagree with Shaq, and I rarely disagree with Shaq. But I can't get with this notion. It just don't make sense. You can't put Penny Hardaway or Tracy McGrady up ahead of Dwight Howard. Yes, they were better talent if we're talking about offensively, but Dwight Howard was a defensive monster. He had a decent offensive game, wasn't the most, he wasn't a pure scorer, but the man still averaged about 20 and 10. And he's a 3-time defensive player of the year. You got to put that all into consideration, while also defeating LeBron James to advance to the finals, where Kobe routed him. So when you look at all that, how can you say Penny and T-Mac's jersey should be retired before Dwight Howard? I can't get with that. That don't make sense to me. And once again, T-Mac and Penny, they're beasts. We know what they could do, but come on. Dwight Howard did more as a Magic. He did. The man was solo. Is he a better talent? That's all subjective. If we're talking about offensively, no, of course not. But on the defensive end, it's night and day. He's superior defensively. But honestly, I think Shaq is looking at it from a standpoint of, he played with Penny and he knows what T-Mac could do. I think there's a bit of bias in there somewhere, because there's no way you would say T-Mac or Penny had a better career in Orlando than Dwight Howard. Speaking overall, if you look at the entirety of the situation, there's no way. There's no way. So the Magic's retired Shaq jersey earlier this year, rightfully so, really deserving. And that's no debate. That's Shaq we're talking about. Dwight Howard's jersey should be retired also. Of course, he's not on the level of Shaq, but the man did a lot for Orlando. Penny Hardaway jersey should be retired also. Tracy McGrady, not because he wasn't great, but it's just, I don't know if he did enough for the Magic organization for his jersey to be retired. Tracy McGrady is more like, but Penny, that I could understand. I could understand if he said Penny, okay, he'll get a nod from me with that, but Tracy McGrady is more so like, I disagree with Shaq. I can't agree. Dwight Howard should not have to wait for Hardaway or McGrady to get their jerseys retired before he gets that honor. Like, come on, what are we talking about? This man carried Orlando for like 8 seasons. Once again, Dwight Howard knocked off LeBron James in the playoff. It was supposed to be LeBron versus Kobe, but Dwight Howard routed him. That's how great this man was. Yes, he wasn't looked at as an offensive beast compared to McGrady or Penny, but on the other end of the court, this man was a monster. Blocks, rebounds, protecting the paint, and he gave you 20 points. He was a 20 and 10 guy. Even though he's not the most offensively gifted, he still gave you 20 and 10. But somehow, Dwight Howard always get lost in the shuffle. I don't know why. He doesn't get the same respect his peers do. Oddly enough, I don't know why. And Shaq saying this to me sounds crazy. Tracy McGrady didn't do more than Dwight Howard in Orlando. And I love T-Mac. I'm just keeping it real. Penny Hardaway played with Shaq. So come on, man. What are we talking about? 8 seasons in Orlando, Dwight Howard averaged 18.4 points, 13 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 1 steal, 2.2 blocks per game, and won the Defensive Player of the Year awards 3 times, 3 years in a row, from 2009 to 2011. Like, come on, man. The dude was a monster in his own right. Like I said again, he wasn't the most offensively gifted. We know that. But he made up for that on the other end of the floor. Great defense, rim protector. So, I mean, you got to give the man the respect. You got to give him the credit. You can't say Penny Hardaway and Tracy McGrady should get their jerseys retired before Howard. That sounds crazy. At least to me, that sounds crazy. The Magic finally decided to retire Shaq's jersey, rightfully so, and I feel like Dwight Howard should be coming along. He should be next. Well deserving, man. The guy needs his jersey retired. I don't care how you feel about him. He's off the court, his off the court antics, all the nonsense he's been doing, all the accusation. Put all that to the side. Let's talk about basketball. And on the court, the man did his thing. So he should get his jersey retired next. Let's just keep it real. I want to see what happened, man, what decisions are made, because you got to give this man that blessing. I mean, he played there for 8 seasons, and in that time frame, he took the Magic to the finals. He's a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. You got to give him that blessing, man. But we're going to see what happened. I disagree with Shaq on this one. That sounds crazy. But as always, I'll holla. As always, we just talking basketball. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share. Holla at your boy.
It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game. I'ma say it. It's all about the game.